Okay, so there was a clear reason for me to go into science teaching. I loved the hands-on and experimentation that they had in the class. Science wasn't the class I got my highest grades in, but I did love that science challenged me into thinking in different ways than I never had before, and answering questions that no one ever let me ask before. So now now more than ever, I believe that science needs to be in the front lines because I think it's been shoved back a little bit too much in the elementary schools, especially if we have time for it, then we'll kind of get that. And that might be just my jaded high school view, but in talking with some of my elementary school friends, it's that science is something that's on the back burner. It's not necessarily something that's in the forefront. And after talking to some of my elementary school friends, that they don't have enough background in science, so they're scared of it. And again, this is my jaded high school view, so take it what you will. But I think that science is a good spot to practice those application skills, to have that transfer of knowledge into that application spot, because not only they can look at those concepts that they have a good grasp on, and they can either support or disprove theories that they've been talking about. One of my favorite things to do in physics is, you put the manipulatives in front of the kids and see what happens. So if I give little Tina a bulb, a battery, and a wire, then she can manipulate those and make the light bulb light up. And if I give little Heather like some baking soda and some vinegar, she can explain why there's going to be some sort of reaction. And if I give little Justin and little Emily two plants with different sources of light, and they can explain which plant is going to have the better growth because which plant will respond to what type of light better. It's just taking that taking that knowledge from the application to the next one. So I think science is going to be the practical part of our education, where we can definitely see that transference. We just, as high school teachers especially, need to make that complete shift into not only just trying to cover the material, whatever's going to be on the test, and they need to use it every day, showing some sort of application of their learning. So my rationale, I told you one of the things I liked about science was the application of the knowledge that we get to show in that classroom. I'm going to teach one of my new units for this project, so I'm a little apprehensive, but I'm going to use the new human body systems class that I have going on this year, and I'm going to teach the communication unit for this project. Human body systems is the second course in the Project Lead the Way biomedical sciences program, and it's designed around using small bits of knowledge that kids could really generally look up on the internet and figure out some of the basic just pieces, and then taking those and showing the relationships that it has within the human body. I said I'm going to choose the communication unit because it focuses on the nervous system and the brain, but it also talks about how the body can communicate with itself. So whether it is like pain in the body that you're feeling, or if it's hunger and thirst, there's a way of linking those back to the nervous system and communications. And then the Project Lead the Way, I guess, way of thinking is more of an engineering type. Traditionally, in the scientific method way of things, students have one prediction that they test, and they figure out whether their prediction is proven or disproven. But with the Project Lead the Way design, they encourage them to try multiple answers. As they're in the experimentation process and they get evidence to either support or disprove their prediction, they make those revisions right then and continue on until they get an answer or a solution that works. Like I said, I am a little nervous in teaching this unit, and it's something that I've never taught before, so might as well go big or go home and see what happens. Hopefully it turns out for the best.